Welcome to Pacific War 1942 Solitaire Pocket Game Travel Game by Worthington Publishing, Worthington Games. These games are pretty cool. I like them. This one and the War of 1812, which I'll do a playthrough a little later. Basically, we win with points, right? The winning conditions here says here victory is calculated for the allies as follows. So you get VPs, you get 6 VPs for being in Japan. Well, we'll go over this after the playthrough. Basically, your objective is going to be pushing these Japanese markers back towards this one towards Java, these 3 towards Japan. You'll get more points that way. If we actually are in Japan, it's 6 VPs. If we have control of the oceans, actually, these should all be Japanese control. The Central Pacific, Southwest Pacific, and the Indian Ocean, they start Japanese control. We, I think they get 2 points for each of these. We get 1 point if we have them. So it's points, and we got to play 20 turns, right? We got to play 20 turns, unless after turn 17 the atomic bomb drops. Then the game ends immediately. Otherwise, we're going to get to 20 turns, and then we'll see what happens. Hopefully, the dice will be a little bit on our side. I've played a couple of games of this where it's been unbelievably brutal. I just lost horribly. So let's begin, and I'll talk about some other details. I will tell you that if we're attacking like for instance, this on the Central Front, or on the Southwest Pacific, or in the Indian front, because the Japanese have sea control, they have the support, it's a -1 DRM when we attack them here, okay? And of course, this one's even worse because this one's in a fortified location, and DRMs are cumulative, so this is -2. 1 for the sea support, and 2 because it's a fortified location, so that's tough. The chart is right here. 1 to 2 result, no advance. 3, 4, 5, 6, we advance. Okay, so it could still happen. These are reserves, right? So we get a die reroll if we take an action to put this under one of our, we can reroll a die whether attacking or defending, so that's helpful. This is played with action points, right? So we have to roll for action points. The cool thing is that after turn 9, we get more action points, right, for our rolls. But we have to start up until turn 8 with the first chart here. There's the ship battle results, advance results. If Europe comes in, we put Europe right here if Europe comes in, and that's a bot action. It's bad for the China front and the India front because it's -2 DRM. So let's say Europe is in here, right? For me to attack on the India front here in Rangoon, for me to attack here, it would be -4. Oh, no, I'm sorry, -3. It would be -2 because Europe's in play, and it would be -1 because they have support, sea support. So it would be -3. So this is why it's important for us to remove these when they come in, and also take control of the ships. So let's begin the game. Turn 1. We rolled a 3. That's 1 action point. Let's go ahead in the Central Pacific and try to get Allied control there. All right, let's do that. And we succeeded because of 4, 5, and 6. That means we win. So the Central Pacific now is in Allied control. So it's important because of what I mentioned earlier, but also because of what goes on here, right? Sometimes the Japanese get to push us back just without even fighting. It's an action, it's a bot action. They just push us back if we don't have control of some of these. So let's see what the Japanese is going to do now. A 5, and of course these are split into odd turns and even turns. 1 being an odd turn, we have to look here. If the Japanese control the Central Pacific Sea area, flip the front marker to stalled. That means this our front marker here could be stalled, which means we can't fight, we can't attack. Otherwise, attack Allied ships on the Central Pacific. So they're going to attack us. That's what the Japanese are going to do. Let's see what's doing. And they have failed. Okay. So now we go to turn 2. Let's see how many action points we get. Good. We get 3 action points. I would like to turn these over. So let me just go for it. We get 3 action points. I'm going to attack here in the southwest front, the Southwest Pacific. And I failed. So I'm going to try again. This time I succeeded. So let's go ahead here in the Indian Ocean and let's try it there. And I succeeded there too. So that's good. All right. So this is actually a good start. Let's see what the Japanese are going to do. 2, and that's an even turn. So let's see, even. If the Japanese control the Southwest Pacific Sea area, flip the southwest front marker to stalled, would be here. But they don't control it. We do. Okay? Otherwise, attack Allied ships on the Southwest Pacific. Now, it makes sense that they're going to attack us because we just took it over. So they're going to attack us back. So we're being attacked here. And that is a success. So it's back to Japanese control. Turn 3. This is how you play this, all right? We'll go over a couple of other things as we get to it. How many action points? Let's see. We only get 1 action point this turn. And you know what? I did not like what happened here in Southwest Front. In the Southwest Pacific. So I'm going to fight back. I want it back. And we got it back. So that was my 1 action point. Let's see what the Japanese are going to do. Oh, they're going to do that. Oh, well, it's an odd turn now, right? So it says attack the Allied front marker on the Central and Southwest Pacific fronts. So we're being attacked here on both of these fronts, right? Let's start with the Central front. A 3, that means they win. We get pushed back into Hawaii. They go into Midway. Now, what happens if they push us further is we stay right outside because we can always come back in, right, and take it back over. But they managed to push us back here. Now they're going to try on the Southwest front. Boy, and they managed to do that too. Wow. If they take over 2 of these 4 at the end of a turn, if they have control of 2 over of these 4 locations, the game's over immediately and we lose. Okay, so they're getting awfully close here. So I'm gonna wait. I got lost here for a second. I guess is that turn 4? Because I started talking, I got confused. So they won these 2 battles here. Okay, now I guess it's turn 5. That was no. Yeah, we were 4. Yeah, correct. So now we're at turn 5. Action points. Let's go. We rolled a 4, so we get 2 action points, and that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm gonna actually, you know what? I made a slight mistake when they were attacking us here. I forgot what the rolls were, but keep this in mind because this is something we forget. We have sea control here, right? So this should have been a -1 when they pushed us back here. Should have been a -1 to them, and here should have been a -1 to them. And I think one of these times they rolled a 4, which would have been actually a 3 because we have sea support. But because I forgot, we're going to leave it here because I'm doing this video so you can kind of see how to play this game. So let's just leave it. But I remember one of these was a 4. Anyway, we got 2 action points. I'm going to fight here. So let's fight in the Central Front. We rolled a 4, so we succeeded. We pushed them back. There's no -1 because we have the sea control here. And I'm going to go here on the Southwest front and attack here. And that is a 1, so nothing happens there. Let's see what the Japanese are going to do. A 4, and this is an odd turn. Let's see. Flip one allied sea area control marker to Japanese control, player's choice. Let's do this. Yeah, let's do the Indian Ocean. So see, that was an action. I mean, it just, you just flip it over. Turn 6. How many action points? We get 3 action points now. So I'm going to go here first. I'm going to try to turn this back, okay? That's my first action point. Okay, so we succeeded here. Now I'm going to, this is going to be -1 DRM because of the fortified area here. But let's try it anyway. I got 2 action points left. That's a fail. I'm going to try again. And that's a success because -1 is 3, and that means we'd push. So if they try to push us back, we're in a fortified location, and we have sea support, right, in the Central Pacific here. So it's a -2 for the Japanese to attack us there. Let's see what the Japanese are going to do now. I don't think they're happy. This is an even turn of 4. Retreat the Allied front marker 1 location in the Central Pacific and Southwest Pacific fronts if within 2 locations of Japan. We're not close to Japan just yet, so nothing happens, thankfully. Turn 7. Action points. We get 2 action points. I definitely have to try to push back here in the Southwest front, right? So we get 2 action points. I'm going to push back here. This is not fortified, so a 3, that is a win. I'm going to try again here. And we failed. So let's see what the Japanese are going to do. 3 on an odd turn. Let's see. Attack all Allied front markers adjacent and occupying Japan and add +1 DRM on their attacks. So this is good for us because we're not occupying Japan and we're not adjacent to Japan, right? The +1 here gives them, the Japanese, an advantage because these are fortified areas, right? So if they're attacking us, it's -1. So the +1 kind of balances things out for them. So nothing happens. Let's go to turn 8. Let's see how many action points. We get 1 action point. What am I going to do here? I would like to push back on the. You know what? I want to push on the China front. That's not a fortified area, so let's push back here. China front. Let's go, and we succeed. Let's see what the Japanese are going to do. That's 1 on an even. It says here, reduce Allied Army reserves by 1 and flip 2 active fronts to stalled. Player choice. This is terrible. I don't have any army reserves out, right? If it doesn't mean when it says reduce by 1, it doesn't mean I take 1 from my reserve and throw it out of the game. It means that if I have it on the board, like let's say I have 2 or 3 of them on the board, I just got to take 1 out. Or even if I had 1, I had to take that 1 out. And flip 2 active fronts to stalled. I gotta take 2 of them to stalled. That means I can't really attack. This one's pretty safe, so I'm gonna go here and stall that one. And I guess I'll stall this one. That's not good. Turn 9. Now, turn 9, we get more action points, right? So let's see what we get now. We get 2 action points. So I'm just going to go 1, 2. That's it. I'm going to flip these back. That's what I'm going to do in my turn. Japanese, let's see. And 4, odd. Flip 1 Allied sea area control marker to Japanese control, player choice. Boy, this is rough. Let's do the Indian Ocean again. I don't know why, let's do that one. So turn 10, All right, we get 4 action points. This is good. So I'm going to attack the Indian Ocean. That's 1. Success. I'm then going to push for my second one, the Southwest Front. All right, good. Success. I'm then going to push here on the China Front. Success. I'm going to push on the China Front for the last time for my 4th one. And that's another success. This is great. That's great. So now let's see what the Japanese are going to do. I'm afraid. A 4. A 4 on an even turn. Let's see. Retreat the Allied front marker 1 location in the Central Pacific if within 2 locations. So this is, no, it's within 3 locations, right? So this doesn't quite qualify just yet, because it says there very specifically, if within 2 locations of Japan, and we are within 3. So nothing happens. Turn 11. Let's see how many action points. We get 3 action points. Let's make a push here on the Southwest Front. We get 3 action points. Let's do 1 here. I'm getting excited here. Okay, so that's successful. Since that was successful, let's do it again for our second one. Oh, come on. All right, that's another 5, so we succeed again. And since we were successful, let's do our 3rd one there. Hey, momentum, right? And we do it. We manage. But now they're in a fortified location, right? So now it'll be -1. I'm going to remind you again, because this is something I keep forgetting. If we get attacked and we have sea control, if we get attacked here and we have sea control, it's -1 for them, right? We have sea support. So that's something that I've noticed that I've forgotten when I've played this game. A couple of times I've forgotten that point, but it's important to remember. And if it's in Japanese control, it's bad for us because they have sea support, so it's -1 when we attack them. But now, this is a fortified area, so it's -1 for us to attack here. Wait a minute. Did the Japanese go? I pushed this back. No, I don't think the Japanese had an action yet for turn 11. All right, here we go. Japanese action. A 1 on an odd. Let's see. Attack the Allied force marker on the China front and flip China front to stalled. So China front is going to be stalled, and we get attacked here. Right? It's not fortified or anything, so it's a straight attack. Let's see what happens. It's a 3. We get pushed back. So let's go to turn 12. See how many action points we get. 5. Okay, we get 3 action points. I'm going to turn that over. That's for 1. And I'm going to push again on the China front. And I fail. So that's 2. So I'm going to, on my 3rd one, I'm going to go ahead and try again. And I failed again. Darn it. Let's see what the Japanese are going to do. A 4 on an even. Let's see, 4 even. Retreat the Allied front markers if within 2 locations from Japan, right? We've talked about that before. Here is 1-2, right? So let me read that just to be so it's clear. Retreat the Allied front marker 1 location in the Central Pacific and Southwest Pacific. These 2 fronts, right? If within 2 locations of Japan. We are within 1-2, so we go back 1. They managed to push us back there. And that's how it works. This one we're not, right? So turn 13, let's see how many action points we get. We get 4 action points. Wow, that's good. I'm going to go all the way now. Let's go here, the southwest front. We got 4 action points. Here's my first one. And that's a success. Let's try again. It's going to be -1, but let's try again. We're on a roll here. So this is my second one. Oh, yeah, we rolled a 6. So they get pushed into Japan. We're there. Now, remember, if we get attacked here, it's going to be -1 because we're in a fortified location, right? I'm going to try to go with my third one right into Japan. It's -2, okay? It's -2 to go into Japan, as it says there. But I'm going to try it anyway. I got 2 shots. This is my third roll. We failed there. I'm going to try again. And -2 is going to be a 2, so no advance. We did not succeed there. Let's see what the Japanese are going to do. I'm assuming they're pissed off right now. The Japanese, let's see, turn 13-1. Attack the Allied front marker on the China front. And okay, so they're going to do this again. And we stall again, so they're going to attack us here. Here we go. Oh. A 2, so no advance. Let's go to turn 14, see how many action points we get. 5. So that we get 3 action points. I'm going to flip this back over. That's 1 action point, and the next 2, I'm going to try to go into Japan here. So I'm going to push. It's going to be -2 DRM, but I'm going to push. This is my second one. Oh, we got it, because -2 is 4. So we still win. So now what happens is the Japanese marker stays right outside Japan. Now for them to attack us, it's -2, because we're in Japan, right? So it's -2 for the Japanese to try to get back into Japan. So this is good for us, because that's 6 VPs right there. So I got 1 action point left. I'm going to push here in China, the China front, and I succeeded there. Look, I hope that I'm not forgetting anything or I haven't made any big mistakes here, but I'm trying to give you a feel of how to play Pacific War 1942 Solitaire, because I'm a real big fan of these little games. This one and the War of 1812 Solitaire. So that was our play. What is the Japanese going to do? Let's see. A 2, and this is an even turn, so 2 even. If the Japanese control the Southwest Pacific Sea area, they don't. Flip the Southwest front marker to stalled. Otherwise, attack Allied ships on the Southwest Pacific. So they're gonna attack us here. Let's see what happens. They failed, right? They needed to roll higher than 3. So turn 15. Let's see how many. We get 2 action points. We've been ignoring this India front here, so let's go there. We get 2 action points. I'm going to try to push twice here. We failed 1 time. And we succeeded the second time. Let's see what the Japanese are going to do. That is a 2 on an odd, so 2 odd. Okay, attack the Allied front marker on the Central and Southwest Pacific fronts. So they're going to attack us here in Japan and here. So let's go here first. Now, remember, it's -2 for them because this is a fortified area and I have sea support. So it's -2. They're going to attack us here. Okay, they failed. Now they're going to attack us in Japan with a -2. Oh, my cat just ran into the tripod. This is going to be -2. Oh, and they failed. No. I mean, the cat just made a jump. There she is. She made a jump, and I grabbed her midair. Let's go to turn 16. Let's see how many action points we get. We get 2 action points. Let's continue to push here on the India front. Fail, and let's try again. And that's a success. Now remember, it's fortified, so it's going to be -1 next time for us to attack them. Let's see what the Japanese are going to do. A 3 even. Let's see. Put Europe marker in play in the Europe box and flip one active front to stalled player choice. Oh boy, let's. This is bad because Europe being there, it's -1 for the fortified area, plus -2, so it's -3 to attack here in the India front. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna stall this one because we're kind of protected here in this protected area, so I'll stall there. All right. Turn 17. How many action points? We get 2 action points. I'm gonna use 1 action point to do that. And I'm gonna try to attack here. It's gonna be -1, but let's try for it anyway. I have a 3, -1 is 2, so no advance. All right, let's see what the Japanese are gonna do. It's a 1 on an odd, okay. Attack the Allied front marker on the China front and flip China front to stall. They keep doing that. We stalled and they're going to attack us here. They rolled a 3, so they did manage to push us back. This has been a contested little area here. Turn 18. How many action points? Almost over. We got 3 action points. I'm going to uninstall that. Uninstall. I'm going to activate it. That's what I should have said. And I'm going to push back in the China front here. I have 3. No, I used 1. Okay, this succeeded. So that was the 2. I got 1 more push. Let's try it here on the India front. And we failed there. So let's see what the Japanese are going to do. A 1 on an even this time. Oh, wait a minute. I got to remove Europe. I forgot that. So 1 on even. If the Japanese control the Southwest Pacific Sea area, flip the marker to stalled. Otherwise, attack Allied ships in the Southwest Pacific. So they're going to attack us here. They succeed. So now this is under Japanese control. Let's go to turn 19. I have to get Europe out of there because that's points against us at the end of the game. I forget how many, but you'll see in a minute if I leave that there. So I got to get that out of there. How many action points do we get? We get, oh great, we get 4 action points. I'm going to remove the Europe marker for 1 action point. What else am I going to do here? I'm going to fight here for my 2nd. And I succeed here. For my 3rd, I'm going to try to push on the China front there. Oops, it's not fortified, so. And that is a 2. I failed. Let's try it again anyway. I had 4 actions, so that succeeded. Now they're in a fortified spot, right? But every city that we push forward, we get more VPs, right? So let's see what the Japanese are going to do. It's a 4 on an odd turn, 4 odd. Flip 1 Allied sea area control marker to Japanese control player choice. So I'm going to do the Indian Ocean here because that's what I've been doing, right? So turn 20. This is the last turn. How many action points? I get 3 action points. I'm going to attack the Indian Ocean here. I failed. I'm going to attack again for my 2nd one. I succeeded this time. And I got 1 more action point. What else should I do? One thing I don't know is like if I push this into Japan, I guess it stays in Japan there with me. It's weird, right? Because it's in this track. I'm assuming that's what happened. We both stay in Japan if I push this back, right? I'm assuming that's what happens. Because the Southwest front here doesn't interact with the China front, right? in this game. So if I win a battle here and China and this China front marker gets pushed back, I guess we both would stay in Japan. If anybody knows the answer to that, but I'm assuming that has to be it, right? And I could potentially have two markers in Japan. Wait a minute. Did I get 4? Is that what I rolled? A 6? Oh boy, I forgot what I did now. Anyway, I started talking and I forgot what I actually did. I know I. Oh no, the 6 was here. I think I had a couple of turns left. Yeah, I did not get 4 action points. I don't remember how many action points I had. Let's just say I have one more action point, okay? I'm going to try to push in the China front here at -1. And let's consider that a 5. So I succeed. That means these 2 units are there and I go into there, right? I'm assuming that's what happens. Anyway, that's turn 20, so that's the end of the game. Let's see how many points we got. You have a good idea now how to play this, right? So, victories calculated for the Allies as follows. Add 6 points if Japan's occupied by the Allies. It is occupied by the Allies, so we have 6 points. Add 3 if Singapore is occupied by the Allies. Singapore is... where... What? Where are we? Well, no. Anyway, so we're not. We did not get that. We don't get 3 VPs for that because we have Japan. We don't have. Oh, God! I keep knocking this thing, and my cat too keeps distracting me. Okay, so far we have 6 VPs. Add 1 VP. For each location other than double circle locations, right? So we count everything here. So that would be, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. I guess that's 20. Well, or 19, right? 19 points, because I don't know if we already counted 6 points for being in Japan. So we're just counting these here. So that would be 19 points so far. Deduct 2 victory points for each sea area controlled by the Japanese. There's none controlled by the Japanese. Deduct 2 if Europe marker is in play. It's not. Deduct 2 if the atomic bomb, no. Oh, and so 19, we get 1 point for each of these. 19, 20, 21, 22, and I don't know, I guess it says the Allies win here. If I didn't mess this up somehow, maybe I did. But you have now a pretty good idea of how to play this, right? This Pacific War 1942 solitaire game. I think it's great. I love it. It's a, if I wasn't talking, it'd be a much quicker game. We probably could have played 2, maybe even 3 games in the time it took me to kind of explain things and talk through it, and the cat interruptions and distractions. But anyway, this is cool. I'm going to do a playthrough of this War of 1812 next time. But for now, Pacific War 1942 Solitaire, go get one. It's great.